You thought we wasn't coming back, but we ready for season 3.
Never really ever had such a good time. It was always a very boring job.
This is the future Caribbean Oprah. Remember I tell you that.
Welcome to season 3. I am Toni Thorne. This is the Toni Thorne Show. And for those who've been with us from previous seasons, God knows I have missed you. For those who are not joining us, welcome to our fun and exciting ride. Good morning, gentlemen. Can you introduce yourselves to our viewers?
Good morning. Welcome to Riverbank Gardens. My name is Kandi Nichols.
Yeah, my name is Andrew Liverpool.
And I'm Ross Leo.
Talk to me about how long you were working with the development of particularly the marijuana planters.
97, 98. You know, we used to have these raids in the Caribbean. The Americans used to come and raid. Going down all the marijuana and all that. In 1997, 98, we as farmers stood up against that and said we don't want these foreigners coming in here and burn down the land, they bring chemicals, and after they go back east, they got a chemical effect on the land, and we still a marching down. As a result of that march, we came and formed an organization, right? Ganja Growers Association, and we went to ADAP. ADAP was alternative because there was proposal that we were proposing that all these guys who planting all these marijuana, and there was a newspaper article too saying that the amount of ganja, value of the ganja destroyed in that year was $1 billion.
Oh wow!
That was a headline of a newspaper. So,
if I had to come and burn down all the marijuana, how much money, how much economic value do you think would be lost?
With the prices going up and all of that, it could be 1.5 billion. That was 18 years ago. That was the value the newspaper put on it. So now it could be 1.5 or $2 billion.
We'd like the government to pass a law in Parliament, remove marijuana, declassify it as a dangerous drug, because in our estimation, our knowledge, marijuana is a plant, just as any other plantee. And with the whole world, 25 US states gone to medical marijuana, Australia, Uruguay, Canada, a G7 country, both federal and state, it's a must. But the police are doing raids on a daily basis. So the Americans are not coming, not the regional security forces, but the black squad and the green suit men, the RSS, the black squad, they are doing raids on the farms every day, and they are terrorizing the youths in the town.
Are the plants being used for medicine?
Yes, because we also, well, I wouldn't give you the percentage to be specific, but a large number of people know it traditionally from the grandmothers and the grandfathers. And with the whole health consciousness coming in, as you see, we have the moringa plant, we are doing the aloes, we are doing different times, there's turmeric, there's other moringa, so we are doing both medicinal plants, because the removal of cancer is done with turmeric, marijuana, and so on. The cure for asthma, and a local doctor, Dr. Chester Tony, is actually doing some clinical trials with his patients. We wanted to talk to the CARICOM Commission and deliver what we call the marijuana platform, because there are certain fundamental things must be put in place. If marijuana is to be decriminalized or legalized, it must be discussed among the people and all the stakeholders, because basically marijuana has been grown for 50 odd years here. The traditional farmers, we calling for land tenure. We're giving them title, government should give them title to the lands, whether it's crown lands or other people family land, that should be done. The question of the law reform is important. There should be some form of moratorium stopped on the arrest for marijuana citizens or jailing people for spliffs. It is waste of time to persecute somebody for $2 joint, and you take them 4 days in the prison. Government have to spend hundreds of dollars to do that. All the administrative costs is a waste of time.
How do you think you can curb the correlation, the relationship between violence, gun violence, and if you think there's a relationship between gun violence and marijuana?
If you legalize marijuana, then the guys will get an alternative livelihood. They won't have the persecution of the police. You could grow it in peace. You could link up with the investors who are coming in to plant. You could know a variety of strains. You could own your intellectual property, and you're able to make revenue.
I see you looking up there. Why?
Mount St. Andrews and all these hills, and the Rasta men will tell you they're marijuana.
Well, let's go and see it.
Sure.
With them call it weed eater. Them never did it when me was out in.
You've grown that, and you have obviously cut it up.
Yeah. Well, this is way down in the line of preparation. This is after it is cut, cured, and dried. Right. Marijuana has a lot of stage and a lot of work into it. Because normally, if you see the terrain that we're in, for instance,
let me tell you, because we had to come up here, and now we gotta go down there. You got somebody cutting above us. So
yeah, you see, it's hard work. It's not easy as like 1 to 3 as like some might think. In this country, it's like a lot of strenuous work. People actually suffer from illness and ailments due to the kind of strenuous activity they have to do to just try to make a livelihood here. And the livelihood is destroyed because the government benefactors in this whole situation only here to just look, seek, and destroy. That is it. So therefore, we have to go to extreme lengths to make sure that our stuff is safe. So we have to go, sometimes we climb cliffs, a lot of terrain that's slipping away, landslide. It's a lot of hard work.
what's the name of this strain?
This strain, well, it's a sativa dominant strain, right? Crossed with the indica. It isn't specific.
I don't know all the terms.
Yeah, it is.
So when I hear people say Vinci, this is what they're talking about?
Yeah, it's like mainly sativa strain. That is the main breed of Civis and Grenadines. But other strains have been imported from foreign countries due to the relativity of taste, you know, and texture and stuff like that. So they bring in foreign seed and they plant them here.
So it tastes differently. When you smoke one thing, it tastes different?
The taste varies on strain, seed type, and location. It just varies. It's marijuana. It's a plant. What you do to it is what comes out of it.
Okay.
Some ganja planter, call me the ganja farmer.
And this is a very dangerous practice?
Yeah, it is. Very well.
Do you fear your life?
Yeah, most likely. 100%.
Why do you still do it? Is it the risk? Is it the love for the agriculture?
You could say that. It's the love for the agriculture.
And how long ago did you get involved?
About 3 years ago.
If marijuana is decriminalized or legalized, do you think that you would be able to do more business-wise, or you think so many people would come into the market that it might push you out?
Who knows how to grow it best will make the best cash. That's basically it's like a competition.
How much of your time do you dedicate to the agriculture of this produce?
Well, basically every day once we get the time. Every day 24 hours.
And this is your full-time job?
Yeah, basically.
What are some of the things that you have to do in order to produce the plant?
Well, most challenges like police and thief man, there's the most two basic risks you have at life.
Like y'all have a lot of petty thieves, like people that come and steal?
No, gun thief, criminals, killer.
You just pulled down a whole tree. Why did you do that?
I destroyed that one tree because it's like, as they say, one bad apple can spoil the bunch. It was the whole crowd. This one tree, it has male parts in it. If you leave this, it will breed the whole field. So instead of getting marijuana with buds, you get marijuana with little buds and more seeds.
Okay.
And we don't want that.
Okay.
The best thing is to do is to sort your field thoroughly for all of the male and bad plants. Destroy them and leave the female sensimilia plants. What I really say is that you have to know a sensimilia plant. If it's not a sensimilia, then it's not a good plant. Because some plants produce buds, but they're not sensimilia. They're hermaphrodites and stuff like that. But that's not good marijuana. Some people just care them and rear them still because they make a quantity, so they can just use that as mass production to just earn more income. But the main thing is knowing a sensimilia, keeping the sensimilia, and if it's not that, you just kill it.
I spoke to Prime Minister Ralph Gonzalez to get his thoughts on the decriminalization of marijuana within CARICOM. Take a look.
What is your view on the decriminalization of marijuana?
In relation to the decriminalization of marijuana, I think that marijuana should be decriminalized for medicinal purposes, which would mean that there have to be proper regulations and so on. You have to grow it under particular conditions, secure conditions, the type of marijuana. You have to have the scientific testing facilities, and you can have pharmaceutical products. You can have the oil extracted. And in some cases, for those who it is prescribed for the purpose of use in its natural form. Because marijuana as a plant has uses. And we can't put our head in the sand and say it has no uses.
Yeah.
But we have to equally acknowledge that it is misused and abused. So how can we address the uses without the misuses and the abuses? So in the one for medical marijuana, it's clear, decriminalization, but with the regulations and the conditions which I've just mentioned in brief.
Yeah.
And consideration to be given for decriminalization for small purposes, for small quantities, for religious and recreational use.
How far do you think the region is away from decriminalizing marijuana?
I think we are some distance away. The discussions have just started in earnest. Jamaica is doing something. Jamaica has gone for 2 ounces. It's gone for 2 ounces for personal use. I think that's personal or religious use. I think that's a large number. Truthfully, what is the business of the state from the standpoint of a criminal offense? A young fellow behind his grandmother's house. Are you going to lock him up, incarcerate him for that? Of course, it's an entirely different matter. If he has a big spliff, puts it between his finger, pass in front of the sentry at the police station in Bridgetown, and see the sentry, the man at the sentry gate, and he draws it in, and he blows and say, "Fire for you, Babylon." I mean, clearly, you're in contumacious disregard of the law, and you're looking to be locked up. But I mean, you can't really, Tony. I don't see the sense of making all of these difficulties and put on the criminal sanction in that way. But decriminalization does not mean legalization.
Yeah. The Right Honorable Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves of the gorgeous St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. All the best.
The Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. This is where you belong. Over the years, we've cared for you to help you meet your needs. Trustworthy, dependable, so you can grow financially. The Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. Excellent service, all values strong. Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. This is where you belong.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, fresh all day at BK. Freshly prepared tradition, in every bite perfection.
With 100% beef, flame grilled over real flames, great tasting, high quality, affordable food, and our speedy service.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, fresh all day at BK. Them to your satisfaction, and we have our selection.
Family-friendly dining at any of our 4 locations, and we cater to children's parties on Sundays at Sky Mall.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, fresh all day at BK.
Me time is so necessary, and luckily I found a brand new indulgence in 4 wonderful flavors. I love coffee, but let's be real, too much of it isn't good for your health. I've replaced most of my coffee intake with the cappuccino flavored indulgence milk when I am on the go. Almost as sweet as these flowers from Hastings Flower Mart. Welcome to our segment, Pomposat. Now, before the technical people in the artistic community get on me, please note that we're right here by a road, so you can hear the cars. There's nothing that we could do about that.
You want to get your breadfruit?
I am here with Strong Foods Inc. and there's some wonderful young people that do yellow meat, breadfruit, and fill it with various lovely toppings. Now, I'm originally from small town St. John, Barbados, and I never roasted breadfruit yet. Very ashamed about that, but that changes today.
No, me a flying a blade.
Y'all come for the breadfruit limb. Chinga sing, everybody dancing. All gal too, me no do the man barring. Breadfruit a roast, everybody get around. The shot says she love off the breadfruit zone.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce Miss Kim Hamlin. She is one of the directors of Strong Foods Inc. Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Okay, so how long were y'all doing this?
We kind of started from December, so that's about 5 months now.
Okay.
Our 6 months.
Okay. And why did you decide to do it?
Well, we actually came out of a entrepreneurship class. So it's myself, Dwight Ford, and Helen Henley, our 3 directors.
Yeah.
So we actually went in for our own businesses.
Okay.
And part of that training was to do a business lab segment where we all had to get into pairs and form a business within a matter of 2 weeks, ideally 9 days.
Yeah.
And we had to think of something which was like heritage tourism. And so Dwight Ford, he actually threw out, I always thought of doing like a roast breadfruit, making it more commercial. That was kind of like the last thing in our brainstorm session, and we just took it and ran with it.
Okay, so he had the idea, but y'all put it to fruition.
Yeah.
I always like to feature things on the show that are trending, that are different, and I find it really ironic that after we arranged to do this, I got a call from somebody saying, you have to try out these people. So I know that this show is doing the right thing. Now talk to me about what we're trying today.
Right, so now we've kind of evolved to a breadfruit bowl. This is
Breadfruit
how we kind
bowl.
of serve it. So I'll just kind of open it. So this is our yellow meat breadfruit bowl, plain as it is.
Oh, lovely.
And then what we do, we kind of add our own liquefied butters. So you can choose from garlic butter, mellow cream, olive oil. Or
now, is this a seasonal business? Don't give out your secrets, but have you guys established the business to the point that you can always get yellow meat breadfruit?
Definitely. I mean, we have we have our resources.
Don't tell them your secrets,
we
girl.
have our resources.
Okay, great. So talk to me, because I'm very excited to eat
So
this.
today, I'm gonna let you try some of our pickled pigtail, which is one of our popular dishes. You can try that with the mellow cream butter, that goes really well.
Okay.
And then we also have some red herrings.
Okay. So how much are for one of the bowls?
The price ranges from about $15 and goes up to about $20.
Roast or fry, breadfruit. You want breadfruit? Tell me if you want roast breadfruit. See it there? Now me applying a blade.
Do you guys plan to expand?
Yeah, we plan to expand, especially with regards to our team, putting more teams out there as well. I'm gonna let you have your moment.
Y'all can put me in a lot of trouble, because my grandmother does breadfruit every week and I don't eat it. When you guys serve people, you do half and half all the time?
Most people, our popular half and half dish is pickled pigtail, pickled bull gel. Bull gel. But we do half and halves, we do the full portions. Yeah.
And this red herring is really good.
Thank you.
Now, who does the insides? Who does I see my boy out there grilling. But who does the fillings? Who makes the fillings?
Between myself, Helen, and Dwight. So we kind of do the cooking.
Let me tell you something. There's expressions to this pulling.
That's what lots of people usually say for a pulled pork.
Let me tell you,
pulling.
Ain't on the pulled pork that pulling. Everything pulling. Let me tell y'all something. This is excellent. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thanks.
And you will definitely be seeing a lot more of me. Sorry, Nani. They do it differently.
Watch it dance. Roast or fry. Catch it dance. Roast or fry, breadfruit. You want breadfruit? Tell me if you want roast breadfruit.
It's time for the National Cultural Foundation's Out to All schedule.
This week in Crop Over, I'm going to take a look at our Crop Over calendar and let you know what's going on. We kick off the weekend with the First Citizens Pan Fusion in association with ICBL and Flow. This is at Lara Court starting at 8 p.m. We move on over to the Pan Around the Town in association with Barbados Tourism Product Authority. From 10 a.m. is a full day of Kaiso, art, fun, pan. It's a big line. You should come on over to the north. Then we close off the weekend with the Massey Pan Panasan on Brandon's Beach kicking off at 3 p.m. And we have some big names that this whole Pan Perfect weekend with Mosaic, SKF featuring iWeb. We have Choices Pan Groove, the Arturo Tapping Band, Xavier Swing from Trinidad. So you should just come on over to our Pan Perfect weekend this Friday, July 8th. moving straight over to July 10th.
Now let me start the drinking, start the pumping, start the liming. Right now let me start the drinking, start the pumping, start the betting. Right now let me start it.
Want to grow your hair longer? Then it has to be stronger. New Fructis Grow Strong. 1. With active fruit concentrate, it reinforces hair. 2. The treatment injects strength. Every inch is 10 times stronger. New Grow Strong. Fructis. Stronger hair. Stronger you. Garnier.
Tonight I'm drinking rum and not chasing with alcohol. Man, my drink is done. Pour me another one. Don't get me mad, mad, mad. Just make it quick and bartender don't stink.
We plus you equals awesome. Time to rethink creative with IDS Creative Inc., your dedicated digital media and marketing partners. From logo design, brand development, advertising and social media, website design and marketing, your thoughts or know-how, big results. Let your ideas take flight with ideas, design, and strategy on the wings of imagination. IDS Creative Inc.
Flowers, jewelry. It seems as if this season we've got fancier. That said, this season's tea time is exclusively sponsored by Stansfield Scott. Welcome to season 3, and this is the Stansfield Scott Tea Time segment, and we're joined here by the lovely Veuve de Vernay and 4 wonderful women. To my right, we have Miss Sabrina Lee, and she's an event designer and decorator. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me as well.
To my immediate right, we have Miss Jillian Strawn. Jillian is a crop over extraordinaire. She was in this game from her days with Paul by 4, and now she's the band house manager and one of the main logistics coordinators for Coastal Barbados 2015. Thank you so much.
Thank you, darling.
To my immediate left, we have the fashionista herself, Miss Kandi Nichols. Kandi is the manager of the Crop pop-up shop. Make sure to visit. And she's also a fashionista, she's an entrepreneur, and she's an accessories queen. Thank you so much for joining me, hun.
Thanks for having me.
And to my far left, I'm not leaving the best for last, but she is such a darling. Her name is Rose Hatege Kamana, and she's an entrepreneur. She's also one of the main faces for Zulu 2016. Classy lady, always a blast to be around. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Toni.
This job is very difficult. Why? Because you have to be objective, and in being objective, you have to tell the truth. Correct. And sometimes you might offend persons, but at the end of it, yes. But the point is that we have a discussion and we have to be honest about it. Yeah. I am personally very disheartened with the fact that I don't even know if a band like Paul by 4, the mother of all of these bands, is still coming. You know what happened there? And I went to band launch recently. It was the only band launch that I went to, and it had 1/3 of the persons that were there the year before. What is happening?
The game is changing.
Yes.
You have to step it up.
Yes.
You cannot be complacent.
Yes.
I mean, like, you know, we were powered by 4 girls. Like, I used to model for them for like maybe 10 years straight. And that was my band for a very, very long time. But it was the same thing. It was always the same thing. You have to give people, switch it up. You have to give them something that they, you know, that they can see what they're paying for. It has to be different, and you have to up your game. And I think a lot of people, a lot of band owners, they just become complacent, just do the same thing, different color.
To me, in business, you should always be looking forward, yes, but occasionally just look over your shoulder and say, well, let me see what's going on here.
Some
You know?
people don't look forward, and then some people don't ask for others' opinion. I'm sure there's someone in your circle that would say to you, you know, well, this didn't work last year, or maybe you should think about doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I love both of those band leaders a lot. Richard, I love you. Chetwin, I love you.
Yeah, of course.
But like for me, Beige had it in their hands. People
Correct.
were eating
Yeah.
out of their hands, loving it. I jump with Beige so often, love them.
I love all of those guys. And I think that's a problem. Not that you love them,
friendship.
they're guys.
Yeah.
There are no women in the game. How can men tell women what?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's costumes that sell,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, but Toni,
That's the
you
whole
have a partner,
reason
you have
I'm a
wife.
part of Zulu, because like the whole new team is all men. Granted, I came in a bit late,
Okay, fine.
but you know, you need a female.
Par by 4 had it.
Yes.
And I personally stopped jumping on Par by 4 when there was no theme. Like, you know, it's just a different color but a different name. And, you know, the costumes started look the same. And I personally feel that women need to be involved in this a little bit more.
And you have to know when is the right time to pull it.
Yes.
Season, timing is everything.
Correct.
To
You
pull
have
what? To come out the game?
Not to come out.
But
just
evolve.
switch it up.
Yeah. Evolve.
Rebrand it, you know, anything like that.
Beige too. Beige has a very young following.
They do.
And people say, obviously I know that some people might say that people are beiged out. I heard that term. I don't see people being beiged out. I jumped with Beige a lot of years. And if I didn't do coverage, I would consider Beige.
I remember before I used to jump with Power by 4, I used to be a Beige girl. And I just would go with Beige because all my friends was with Beige. But I never really ever had such a good time. It was always a very boring jump.
It's Bajans again. We don't evolve. We gotta always play catch up. So the Zulus came year before, and the Craze and everybody, and the Crave and the Kosa and everybody, and then Beige decided to do premium drinks, and their prices did not increase. So it was like you were cheating me all along. I have nothing against y'all, but I have to be honest. Harbor Lights, however, has kept their market, and their quality has in terms of costumes has evolved, but they have a loyal market.
And one thing with them is service. They always provide a service. That's one thing with them. The music truck does not break down like it happened with me one year with a band I won't call. They do not run out of drinks. They don't run out of drinks.
See, I am a high maintenance traveler.
Hello.
I don't drink the drinks.
Do you not want ice though on the road?
Honestly, I buy water on the side of the road.
So what are the details? What is a list of things that it should be then that in terms of looking for?
So next year?
Yes. What's the list? What should it be?
Costume,
Service.
And
You have friends. You have friends.
It's good to keep a band house
You
in
have to
there.
have friends. You can't jump by yourself.
Yeah,
You must have a little posse.
So food, service,
And
costume.
you get food on the highway.
A good time. That's Harbor Lights get food.
A good package. You know, a good package.
You're getting what you, because their costumes are actually the cheapest.
Oh, really?
I would think
Okay.
always.
Yeah.
So you're you know, so it works out. You're not getting the food, but you're getting breakfast and you get drinks all the way. With 4-day morning, that was never really my thing. But when you started, no, we're gonna be straight. When you started your thing and I with the costume, I was like, Toni, now I coming in. And it was perfect. You know what affected 4-day? The whole system, the whole government, the police, the this, I don't know. You cannot enjoy it. The route is like, get behind the truck. Oh gosh, all this, don't do that.
I always look at things as from a customer perspective. Why put yourself in a position where so many elements you can't control? And then how are your customers supposed to trust you if you can't control the elements?
I've never done the 4-day morning road jump.
Yeah.
Honestly. From the first stigma with people, you know, for going on the trucks and getting killed and whatever.
Which is why I used to like the Beige jump up, which was off the road when they would do it in Wildy. I
But you
loved
see
them
there
for
now,
that.
Beige should have taken the opportunity
Exactly. You know,
and
the right
done.
timing, the
And
right
from the time Bates realized, okay, with this demographic doing 4-day, let's switch up. Because let me tell you something. If Bates had done what Caesar's Army had done, they would not have gotten as many licks as Caesar's Army. But I'm not giving y'all any more ideas because y'all not paying me for consultation. But thank you so much, ladies. I thought this was a great conversation. And I hope that people see that we are objective in our opinions. At the end of the day, everyone has a genuine outlook on it. When I was putting on this contact costume, you were from Costa were helping them put on the beat in, you know?
taking photos.
Exactly.
It's only 3 months, 3 months that we have to really enjoy yourself. You know, I can go in Rose boutique and I can buy something from Rose. You understand? You know,
Yeah, it's all come back. Cheers to good life. Cheers to good crop over. Cheers to Veuve de Vernet. Something else. If y'all know how far we had to come to do this interview, just to show you what people have to go through. And these fellas are like 21 years old. It's crazy. There's makeup. Alright guys, over and out. It's all about just getting good shots. Oh, wait. Wait, boy.
So the global representation.